In the late 1980s, the city of Madras, now known as Chennai, was gripped by fear and horror. A notorious criminal who went by the name of Auto Shankar unleashed a reign of terror that involved illicit liquor, flesh trade, and gruesome murders. He was also allegedly linked to powerful politicians who used his services and protected him from the law. Who was this man, and what drove him to commit such heinous crimes? How did he manage to evade the police for so long, and what was his ultimate fate? In this video, we will explore the dark and twisted story of Auto Shankar, the mass murderer of Madras. This is Periyar Nagar, a humble neighborhood in Thiruvanmiyur, a suburb of Chennai. It was here that Gauri Shankar, better known as Auto Shankar, grew up and operated his criminal empire. According to his own account, he had a tragic and troubled childhood. His father, who had 2 wives, eloped with another woman, taking all the money the family had. His mother, who was the second wife, also ran away with another man, leaving him alone. He moved to Madras in 1974, hoping to lead an honest life. He worked as a mason, a painter, and then an auto driver. But soon he got involved in the illegal trade of arak, a cheap alcoholic drink which earned him the nickname Auto. He also started running a prostitution racket, using his auto as a means of transport and communication. He was ruthless, violent, and ambitious. He wanted to make money, and he wanted to enjoy life. One of the women who caught his eye was Lalitha, a cabaret dancer who performed at a hotel in the city. Shankar was smitten by her and showered her with gifts and money. He even set up a separate house for her, where he would visit her frequently. But Lalitha was not loyal to him. She eloped with Sudalai, one of Shankar's associates, taking some of his valuables with her. Shankar was furious and lodged a police complaint. The police traced them and brought them back to Shankar. He took them to a secluded spot and strangled them both. He then buried their bodies near a liquor go-down. This was his first murder, but not his last. Shankar's lust for women and money led him to commit more murders. He would lure young women, mostly college students, with promises of jobs or marriage. He would then rape them and kill them. He would dump their bodies along the East Coast Road, a highway that connects Chennai to Mahabalipuram, a tourist destination. He would also kill anyone who crossed him or tried to expose him. He killed a total of 6 people between 1987 and 1988. He was aided by his brother Mohan and his friends Eldin and Shivaji. They were his partners in crime and his accomplices in murder. Shankar's reign of terror came to an end in July 1988 when he was arrested by the police following a tip-off from a local resident. The police recovered the bodies of his victims and collected evidence against him. He was charged with 6 counts of murder and several other offenses. He confessed to his crimes and also made sensational allegations about his links to politicians. He claimed that he had supplied women to several ministers and MLAs and that they had helped him evade the law. He also claimed that he had videotapes of their sexual escapades which he had hidden in a secret location. He said that he was ready to reveal the names of his political patrons and expose their corruption and immorality. Shankar's revelations caused a huge uproar in the state. The opposition parties demanded a probe into his claims and accused the ruling party of shielding the culprits. The public was outraged and demanded justice for the victims. The court proceedings were closely followed by the media and the people. Shankar was convicted and sentenced to death by the Sessions Court in 1991. He appealed to the High Court and then to the Supreme Court, but his appeals were rejected. He also filed a petition for mercy to the President of India, but it was turned down. He spent 7 years in prison, awaiting his execution. Shankar was hanged to death in Salem Central Prison on April 27, 1995. He was 35 years old. He was the last person to be executed in Tamil Nadu till date. His death marked the end of one of the most notorious and sensational criminal cases in the history of the state. But it also left behind many unanswered questions. Did he really have videotapes of his political clients? If so, where are they? Who were the politicians involved in his racket? Were they ever investigated or punished? How did he manage to operate his criminal network for so long without being caught? Was he a victim of his circumstances or a mastermind of his own destiny? These are some of the questions that still haunt the minds of many who remember the story of Auto Shankar, the mass murderer of Madras.